Welcome, Cancer, to your message. Let's see what is coming towards you in the month of March. What's coming towards Cancer in the month of March? To our new friends, welcome around. To our new friends, welcome back to Cancer's message. So, if you've not joined us, please don't forget to pay attention forward. We are here for you. Here. So, let's see what's coming towards Cancer in love and romance. The month of March. Okay. We have one more card for this spirit. Okay, Cancer. There's a need for you to, well, you don't need to do anything, but Spirit is suggesting that you possibly have you have freed yourself from a situation. The situation that you released yourself from possibly was a situation that there was unrequited love. But whoever this ex is that you recently let go of, this individual is hoping to have a reconciliation with you. There was you guys, the relationship was possibly a relationship where you were unfulfilled, where you may have invested more than someone else. Someone else was possibly unavailable at that particular time, or wasn't open up to the love that you were giving. You know, they maybe was someone who was a taker in the relationship, as you provided them with whatever sustenance and whatever emotional support that they needed. So now that you have released yourself from this individual, I feel as though there's a possibility that this individual could be hoping to reconcile with you, and they're holding on to you possibly energetically. So if you may have been experiencing some type of strong pulls towards this individual, it's because this individual has not released you energetically. So just free yourself. So I feel as though you may have someone was blocked. This is possibly a situation that you definitely have blocked energetically. I feel as though although you put a lot of work into this situation, I feel as though there were other things in this individual's pathway that was possibly more of a distraction. I feel as though they were distracted. They got off their path, their path some way. Although you were kind, although you were loving, and you put the work in, and you were hoping that they would open up, or hoping that they would possibly at some point, return return some type of effort. You know what I'm saying? You were hoping to have some type of reciprocation. You were expecting reciprocation from the situation, but the situation left you more feeling more hurt and in a feeling of disappointment. It left you feeling as though you were disappointed. But I feel as though now that you've completely turned your back to a situation, someone could be possibly hoping that they could return to your life. Maybe they feel as though you guys were on a temporary breakup. I don't care how long that breakup was. They may feel as though it's something that's temporary, because maybe this is a reoccurring pattern that happens in this individual life, where they get close to a situation and energetically draw a person close to them, and once they get their hands on them, it's like reeling in fish. They throw the bait out there, and then once they start to slowly reel you back in with whatever bait that they're dangling, and once they get it, once they get you there, they don't put the work in. They just disappear, into thin air. A situation where they just may disappear into thin air, and you're like, okay, well, you wanted to reconcile, or you wanted me to put show you more attention, and once you do start showing them that attention, they just disappear. They go do the ghosting thing, or they begin to self-sabotage once more. So, and that just leaves you standing, and leaves you having to start back at square one. And you may be it may be a little confusing. The ghosting practices that this individual does, but this is something that this individual has grown accustomed to doing, and playing these type of manipulation mind games with you. So this is unrequited love here. This is unrequited love. Yeah. So you invest the time. Once they get you, you invest the time, you invest the energy into them. You fill their cup emotionally. You give them what it is they desire, they're seeking at that time, and they refuse to reciprocate. You give them you give them what it is that they need. You fill their cup up. You fill their cup up in your loving ways, however you choose to love them, and then you start investing time, energy, effort into them, and then they just go cold, and you're left holding the back. You're left holding up your own emotions and trying to figure out, like, okay, well, what happened? That what happened type of thing. But with this, there's no equal give and take, no reciprocity coming from their end. Everything it's because things are dry and barren in their land, on their tree. They don't actually have anything to offer you, and you may have gotten real with yourself and come to the conclusion that this individual does not have anything to offer you, energetically, because there may have been other situations that was distracting this individual. This is someone who may have a short attention span. They so quick to lose focus. They may not have any type of discipline in their life, they could possibly be one of those individuals who are just in, if they're in and out, they're unstable. They're not stable within themselves. There's such a lot of turmoil going on inside. So how can they be stable with you and offer you anything when they don't have anything to offer? And they may not have wanted you to know that. This is a situation where someone could not have wanted you to know that. Well, they may be hoping that a reconciliation at some time, you'll give in to their behavior and accept it. Just choose to accept it. Want you to accept how they are and want you to just go with it. So they're hoping to come back. Just release your ex. Release your ex. Here's Cancer. This individual is, I feel again, this individual could be manifesting you. This individual could be doing things behind the scenes, doing things behind the scenes to pull you back in, to get you back in their grasp. All they need is to get your attention and get your focus and get you in their grasp just one more time, or get you to feel a certain type of way. Feel sorry for them. Maybe they are doing things, to make you feel sorry for them, in hopes that you would accept them back. Nevertheless, they could send you some message that some foreign out message that could be a message of hey, wanting a pity party, playing on you. However they use whatever devices that they use to draw your attention towards them. They're working hard behind the scenes to pull you back in. So towards them, to pull you back in towards them, they are working very hard. They're working very hard to pull you back in. So I see, what do you need to know? What does Cancer need to know? Let's see something. What is this? What is this magician here? Oh, Lord. They could be experiencing anxiety. They're doing things behind the scenes here to figuring out how they're going to get your attention. They're trying to figure out ways that they can get your attention, ways that you can put a return back, finding ways, clever ways of how you can give to them, because the truth is they're stressed out behind the scenes. Things are dry and barren in their land, and they're in need of some attention. They'd like your attention. They feel very cold, and they feel distant without them. They feel without you. This situation also could be a situation that just leaves you it leaves you in the hangman. It leaves you hanging upside down, not knowing, what you should do, or how to deal with this situation moving forward. So the fact that you freed yourself and relieved yourself from this individual, they're working behind the scenes. They're hiding the fact that they are stressed out and they're worried. They're experiencing a whole lot of anxiety because you are no longer interested. You've turned your back on this situation. So I feel as though they're in a need. They're in dire need for you to show them some attention. Somebody is struggling for some attention. Let's follow this situation could have has had a lot of things happening as well in the background with this particular person here. There's a lot of arguing and strife going on. There's a lot of fighting, little small petty fights, one-upping one another, causing little fights, causing little distractions. That is so that they wanted a reason, looking for a reason to disappear, to pull a disappearing act, looking for a reason to pull a ghosted act here. You may have fought and bickered and asked them to show you some return, or show you some type of investment, show you some type of time and attention, and it only led to arguments. Wow. Okay, what do you need to know? What is that? We have, here you are in reverse. So what you need to know is that we have your card in the reverse here. I feel as though you don't want to move forward with this situation, Cancer. You've accepted this situation, that you don't want to return to this situation. You've accepted the fact that you don't want to move forward with this situation or with this individual. That going back is something that you just not wanting or open to doing. Investing in this situation. You don't want to invest in this situation anymore here. So this is what you need to know going forward. I feel as though this is a situation that is just has not changed. This individual has not changed, and is still inconsistent with their emotions. They're not stable within themselves at this particular time, and I feel as though you just have chosen or will choose to leave this situation, not return to this situation, that this situation is not worth your investment. It's not worth your time, your energy, or your efforts here. So Yeah, that's what I feel. That's how I feel. That's what you need to know here moving forward. Um, let's see. What is your takeaway? What's your takeaway? I feel as though you do have a form of, we have kindness here. Your takeaway is kindness. This is a situation where you may have learned, you may have learned that that you do have although you have feelings for this individual here with this kindness, I feel as though you have this in your heart, have displayed this in every way, and this individual knows that. That's why they continue to go back and forth and teeter-totter the fence. But I feel as though you have learned that compassion is something that you have a compassionate nature, and you do show compassion and have compassion for this situation and for this individual. Yet, although you have compassion for the situation, is that situation is deserving of any other, any more time, effort, and energy from you, whether or not it is deemed, whether the situation is deemed that deserving of your time, any more time and effort from you. So it says kindness. You're able to share that energy with others. It's just a matter of choosing who's deserving of your time, energy, and efforts, and how much you're willing to invest in a situation. Yeah. So, and yet you can still be compassionate about a situation and show kindness to an individual. It does not mean you have to allow them to overstep your boundaries that you have in place. So yeah, Cancer, that's what we have for you. Until next time, remember to do everything with love, strength, and grace going forward. And don't forget to pay the energy forward by liking or subscribing.